Hey guys, how's it going? So, can you guess what today is? Today is number 14 on the hot streak. 14 days in a row green. I'm up the most I've ever been in all of April with this awesome green day. Look at that. Putting me up $583 on the day. What a great day. Let's pull over the P&L and I'll show you guys what happened here. So, I took a pretty sizable loss right out of the gate. And here's the thing. So, I knew that this stock, DXR, this is the type of stock that can move $1 per share just like that. Maybe not quite like that in this price range. I know they do that when they're above like $20, $30. But this thing went from like 7 something, what is this, 740 up to more than $3 above that at 1080 today. So I knew right out of the gate, you know, this could go straight above 11 bucks to like 11.50, or it's going right down to like, you know, 9.50, 10 bucks. So I was scared to take, you know, usual size. So I took I took a smaller share size, 700 shares. Usually I take, you know, 600. Sometimes I've been taking 2,000. So I was comfortable with, okay, so if it goes up $1 per share, 700 bucks. If it goes down $1 per share, I lose 700 bucks. So even that was a little much. I was almost ready to take only like 500, 400 shares, but I said, hey, the momentum's strong. This looks like a great setup. You know, on the daily, it's above all these levels of it's above like this, all of this resistance in here. It was up, you know, towards the top of this candle at that point. So I said, okay, 700 shares. That's the magic number. Why not? So 700 shares in at 1050 for this quick break of the pre-market highs at 1075. I try and sell on the way up, and I sell at 68, 57, and 21. So I had a bit of a loser there. Let's look at the video. So this is what I'm looking at. So the bell rings. I don't. It was giving me a margin. Oh, excuse me. It was telling me like I was like a margin required. I don't know what the hell it was trying to tell me. So I'm in at 1050. It pops up to 1075. I should have sold into this. Look at my unrealized right now. And then after that, after it was rejected, so I tried to get out there. And then once it's rejected, it's just gone. So I'm out of it pretty quickly. You know, it's 10:21, 14 seconds after the bell, which is 13-second total trade. And a $13 excuse me, wow. And a $13 loser. So I was like, nah, alright. The stock still looks the best. Nothing else is moving. So typically these stocks will come down and then they'll shoot straight through the highs again. So I thought, alright, you know, I'll buy the dip. Behind the dip, I'll have a great time buying this dip. So it's going to hold $10 and then we're going to make that move towards $11. So another 700 shares in at $10. Now my mistake was that I didn't have a stop at the low of day, 975. You'll see what happens. I hold on for way too long. So 97, 96, 95. I should have been out right there. I should have been out. I should have taken this. That would have been a, what, 178 or 9 or probably a little bit more with commissions loss. But I saw it hesitating. I said, okay, you know, we're just fueling the rockets to the moon. But it breaks 975. It doesn't break it with a lot of volume. See, there's bids popping up. It's back up to 75, 77. So I'm like, okay. And then all of a sudden we're gone. We're gone another 30 or 20 cents. So the unrealized is down so much. And I hate selling into flushes. You want to kind of sell as it comes back up. But I already missed the first exit. This was not pretty. We're already down another 20 cents. Oh god, this unrealized is getting too big. I'm like half deer in headlights, but like half also trying to find a good exit. As it pops back up here, that should have been my exit. Because I don't know, I got married to this stock. I thought it had the chance to go back up because the setup just looks so good. Like there's a flag pre-market. And you know, it ended up hurting me. So there's a first 1 minute candle to make a high and it popped up to 75. I didn't get out there, and then I sold into another flush. Oh god, this was not good. Sold into this flush at anyways, I ended up getting filled there on DXR. And that's where I had the 500 and something dollar loss. So I see the strength in OPGN. So I'm in. So I take, usually I'll take 200 or 2,000 shares, right? So I did increase my risk by an extra 800 shares on this one. And maybe that was just because I took a big loss. So that's not the best habit to get into because that will end up burning you. I don't know. So like you saw me yesterday, the day before, I was taking 2,000 shares fairly regularly. So if we go back here, 700 shares on a pretty much $10 stock. You know, that's $7,000 in that stock. So taking, where is it here? Taking 2,800 shares on a $2 stock, that's kind of around the same thing. My math is terrible right now. Calculator, bring it over for you. 2,800 times, what was the stock where I bought it? Like $2.40 or something, $2.40. So I'm using around the same amount of money in the trade. Anyways, so I'm waiting for the break of these pre-market highs. So I hold on. I'm just holding on to the whole thing. See, having that loss did influence my decision here, but I was willing to take the risk to make money on the day by holding on. And then if it came back down, and let's say I only had a smaller win, like if we tested the pre-market highs and then came back down and it was rejected, I could still sell for maybe somewhere in this area, $300-400 winner, and be down only a couple hundred on the day. So that was, you know, door A, and door B was finishing the day green. So I decided to take the risk that this would push through. We've been in a strong market. The traders that lost on DXR are also thinking the same thing. They're waiting for this to break the pre-market highs, all of that stuff. So it's also trader psychology, market psychology. Whether or not I'm justifying my decision, that is why I made that decision. So I'm holding on here for the break of 64. So 56. We make it up here. Let me fast forward and see what happens. So 56, 57. We make it into the 60s. Once we make it into the 60s, I know it's game time. So I'm expecting a break of the pre-market high of 264, and then I'm going to sell right into that push. I'm not going to get too greedy. You know, these setups happen all the time. The test of the pre-market high, and then the breakthrough, and then that's it. Sometimes they continue, sometimes they don't. This looked like it would continue, but I didn't want to get greedy. So 65, 70, there. I put up 2,000 shares like that and like that at 70, and I get filled at 70 and 73. I lock in 615, and now I'm waiting. I have 800 shares left. I'm waiting to see if it holds these levels. So I end up selling a little bit more at 74, 73, and then now I'm all out. I see that this isn't really holding it quite yet. So see, we're already back down to 60, right? So that was a great trade. That was an awesome trade. I try and get back in for another scalp of the highs, and then I get back out quickly for like a 1 cent loss. I kind of just take a step back here. I take a couple more trades. So over this 5-minute candle to make a new high for the break, again, of new highs. So over 70, I see 70. I made another 2,000. My throat. You guys know, I say this every day in the morning when I do these recaps. My throat is just messed up. So 2,000 shares in for the break of 270. It doesn't hold those levels. I try and put some shares up at 75, but they get filled at 72. This isn't looking that pretty. So I give it a second. It's not really pushing through. So then on the way back down, you know, I sell the other 1,000. Somewhere in here. Let's see where I get the fill. 265, so I take a loss. And then right when I stop recording is when VTVT randomly popped up on the scanners here. So I'm going to put this back down here, and I'll just explain what happened. So VTVT. I'm in at 220. Right here as it's popping up. So it pops up to 220. It pulls back. So I think, okay, the pre-market highs are right here. 225. If we can break those levels, we'll probably keep going. So it comes back up on this candle to 220. I get in 2,000 shares, and where are we here? And it pushes all the way up to 246. So I'm selling at 230, 234, 240, for a $220 winner or something. And then I took a couple more scalps with smaller size, had some losses, you know, bought at 38 and 43, and then sold at 30, or sorry, sold at 34. And then it was just kind of choppy in there. I took another trade, 500 shares, took another 2-cent, 3-cent loss. So, you know, that's it. Done on the day. I wrote what I traded, how much I made. Not bad, except for the second trade on DXR. I lost like 70 cents on 700 shares. That's not acceptable. Stop out earlier, and don't try to buy the dip on a weak open without the 1-minute candle confirmation. So, DXR. Let's go back to the open. Look at this. I was trying to buy a dip in here where there was no candle to make a new high. That was not acceptable. That was not a good idea. And that's why I'm not up closer to 1,000 US on the day. So I'm learning. Thankfully, I learned and also had the best day of the month so far. I guess I can't really complain. I just have to be careful. So tomorrow, I'm restricting myself to... What did I restrict myself to? Let's look here on global configuration. Stocks. 800 shares. I might move that up to 1,000, but... Well, for now, let's keep it at 800 shares. So I can't take more than 800 shares without this big warning popping up. So I need to protect these profits. I'm taking too many shares. I'm getting a little excited and just thinking about these numbers. So I need to calm it down and protect these profits and just continue to learn how to trade properly. So I think I'll stay at 800 for the rest of the month. And then next month, I'll go to 1,000. You know, I need to keep thinking about the long term, not this short term madness. I need to not wipe out these gains. So with 800 shares, I have to have like a $5 per share loss at that point to wipe this out. So that's how I'm going to protect myself. Again, maybe I'll go to 1,000. But anyways, thank you for watching. I'll stop rambling. You guys have a good day. And subscribe and comment if you have any questions. Anyways, we'll see if I can close 3 weeks in a row. That would be awesome. See you later.